Hello friends, welcome to my channel or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we have a very exciting package to open. If you are familiar with this box, you know exactly what we're gonna be opening, and that is my brand new Erin Condren planner. So I've been purchasing this same planner. I want to say this is my 4th year if I'm not mistaken. So I've got my knife here ready so we can open this up. Before we get into the planner and what I got, please be sure to subscribe. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button down below. It does help my channel a lot. So I was saying I have been buying this planner for, I think this is my either 4th, I think this is my 4th year. The first one I got in 2020. So yeah, 4 years with the same planner. This is the one that I currently have. So pretty much almost done with it. I was waiting to film this video so I could bust open my new planner because I have things to start writing down for the month of January, including of course my YouTube plans. So anyway, I just opened the box, and this year I decided to go for a very Thanksgiving, October-y planner cover because this is the one that I'm missing. I did have this one specifically for more like fall, autumn months, but I didn't have anything that was more October-y. So first off, let's pull out the little ruler. It comes with this every single planner, and here is my brand new planner. There's a lot of light coming in, so it might be hard to see it. It is very pretty. It is darker than I expected, which I don't know. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love that it's too dark, just because it's harder to see the little pumpkins and the doodly googly things in the background. I would have liked this one in a lighter shade, but sadly they didn't have a lot of options for the planners this year. At least I didn't see it. By the way, I get the life planner. This is the only one that I've ever purchased since I started buying the Erin Condren, but they do have different options. They have the life planner, they have the yearly duo, which is basically 1 page per day, so you get a full page per day, and you get 2 planners whenever you purchase this, so like 6 months and 6 months. And then they have like a teacher special edition. They have one that I wish they had it, or I had known about Erin Condren back whenever I got married, because they have like a wedding planner. So they have a bunch of options for whatever is your style of life that you need a planner for. So anyway, that being said, I've got my life planner, and for the 3rd year in a row, I've bought the vertical option. The very first year was the only one that I got a horizontal one, and then this year I wanted to switch to vertical, or the last 3 years I've switched to vertical because I found it the most useful for me. So let's go ahead and open it up together. This changed. I don't think this is how they were before, the covers. Let me check. Yeah, they changed. So this is how the cover used to be. This is the back of it, just like a note section, like a full-on just stripes, I guess. I don't know how you call it. And then this year, they came up with some separation. So you have a few different options, just like your monthly page. Well, except for the monthly page doesn't have this, or I don't know, I haven't seen on the old ones. So you have some dotted, some lines with some dots to kind of like check, and you've got an empty little block here, and then another empty one down here. Honestly, I don't ever use these ones to write things down. I think I did one time, but I never really went back and erased anything. So anyway, then the very first page you get is this plastified just little separator, and it's very cute. It has little stars. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Very pretty. Just kind of like to protect that first page, because of course your first page is going to be where you put your name and your information in case you lose it and someone can contact you back. And again, I do get that vertical layout. It's my favorite after using the horizontal the first year. The second year I wanted to try the vertical to compare, and I was sold. I'm never getting the horizontal one again. I really love my vertical, and I'll explain why with my previous planner. So you move on. Oh, that's very pretty. I think this is called Wildflowers design. So they had 3 different options for this year, and I always love my floral. That was what I got also last year, but they were not called Wildflower. They were, I don't remember, but this is what last year was. Very pretty, but honestly, this is prettier. I'm happy they changed it, and this is a beautiful, it almost looks like watercolor wildflowers. Very, very stunning. So then you start getting into, let me try to not drop this. You have here the tabs, which have that very pretty colorful but more muted colors, which I love. I don't really like any loud colors, especially for my visuals. I like muted colors, more, I don't know, just lighter toned. So this is very lovely. And then last year it was also the same with more muted colored tabs, because I think there's also one that's like all beige or like a very dark or like a much lighter, either gray or beige, but I do like my colors just lighter tones. So that's the first official page, and then you open it and then you get your full year bird's view for the entire year. So 2024, starting from, of course, January all the way down to December. So just a way that you can see the entire year. I really love that. Usually I use this to write doctor's appointments or important dates. So, or like circle them, not really write them down, just circle them. And then you get the next page, you get your 12 different squares, which usually what I see the majority of the people write this down or use them as months. So January, February, April, whatever, March, April, and moving forward down to December. And sometimes I've seen people use them as like goals for the month, or what they read during the month, or like the most important things they did on the month. That's what I used to use it for. I really don't use it anymore. Like, again, I'll show you what I did last year. Literally, this is my last year planner. The only important thing was Paola's concert in March that I went to a concert in New York and I loved. So yeah, I use it whenever I do end up using it to write down the most important things that happened to me in that month. So that is very open. You get the options to do whatever you want. Whenever I got the first 2 years, I did buy the stickers, like the yearly stickers, and I decorated these pages with those stickers, because they do have like the entire months, like January, February, and then stickers according to that month. But then I realized I never used them, so I stopped buying them. So then you move on to an empty just notes page, and then you start with your months, which, how pretty is this? And then this one, it says, today I choose joy. Such a beautiful daily reminder. I really love that. And whenever you flip over the first month, you get, again, that bird's view, but of the month. So you get little squares, Monday to Saturday, Sunday to Saturday, and then the entire month. And then you get a little column here for notes, which I really love using this for, of course, important dates. This is where I actually write down any appointments that I might have, either doctors. And then I also like to organize or plan for my YouTube, I guess, plan ahead the videos that I want to do, and I will write them down in a little post-it cutout, and then I move them around depending on what I want to do. So this is my 2022 planner, so 2 years ago, and these are the stickers that I was telling you about. Empty, fully empty. I decorated it, but I never used it. That's when I stopped buying the stickers, because I was literally not using it at all. But what I wanted to show you with that note is here. This is also what I use my bird's view, is with these little post-its that I just move around with video ideas, and then I kind of like figure out where I want to do them, or like where I'm gonna film and whatnot. So here it is, the example of how I use this first page next to, so here is the start of the month, right? You get this page to write down whatever you want to write, what I've been doing lately with this page. So let me go back to where the month starts. So here is January. You open it up and you have the bird's view of the month. And then you flip it and then you have that empty note, like fully just notebook kind of page. And then you have this one. Here, usually what I do is I'll write down 4 goals. This is what I use for my goals. This one is for important dates, either birthdays, anniversaries, whatever it could be. And then this little one, I've been using it now for writing my TBR of the month. I usually like to read 2 books at least per month, at least I say. 1 to 2 books. And I'll write here down what I want to read and what I ended up reading and my stars, how many stars did I give it. And then on the very bottom, I'll usually do some kind of like little phrase or whatever. This is like very depending on what I'm feeling like. But then this page, the one that's in front of it, that's where I like to write down my calendar. So I'll create a little calendar for my YouTube. And again, here is how little I used it. This is one of 2022, like completely empty, but it's the one in front of it, right? So here I'll decide here on my title, or you know, the title of the video, when I need to film it, when I need to edit, and when I need to upload. So I do this, and I didn't do it at all in last year planner because it is a lot of work to sit down and do all this little, I don't know. So I have skipped it, but it is such a good way of me seeing what I'm gonna work on during the month. So I really love it. So this year I told myself I need to go back to doing my little planning table. So anyway, then you have the first page for the month, and I just messed it up. And then you move on to the next page, which is going to be your normal calendar day by day. I really love it. And again, with the vertical layout, because I like to kind of like separate my day in 3. So my work, my YouTube, and my home. So then I'll do what I like to do with my planners. I love my to-do lists. So I'll go here and write my to-dos for my work, my to-dos for my YouTube, if I'm gonna be doing anything that day, like either editing, filming, or uploading. And then on the very bottom, I like to go for like, you know, laundry that I'm gonna be doing that day, if I have to vacuum, whatever chores home wise, I like to write them here. And then on the very bottom, usually you get like a few little spaces here and every day. I like to write down either planning ahead of what I'm gonna eat or what I ate on that day as a reminder for future cooking. So that is what I do. And then here, what I like to do lately, I've been doing kind of like this week. My priorities for that week. Let me go ahead and show you what I've been doing for December of this year. So here, I'll write down, let me do that. I'll write down what I have to do this week related to YouTube. So I'll put this week, and I have to edit, film, and then blog, whatever it is. I'll just write it down so I don't forget what I want to focus on that week and what I need to do so I don't forget. And also I'll do some kind of like video ideas that I think about for that week. So that's what I use that one for. And then that's pretty much how the entire planner goes, you know, just week by week. So the entire month. So, and then you always end the month with this is the last days of January, and then you flip it and then you get another empty just notebook striped, I guess, page. And then you move in to the next month, which I just realized that all of the months are gonna have a little motivational or inspirational quote, which is very cute. Let's move on to December, which of course also finishes with the year, and then you start with the first few days of January 2025 because there is empty space. So 30, 31st, and then you jump into January and you finish up your planner with your notes, which you just get here, empty pages of just striped, I guess, I don't know how to call it, just like regular note pages, which are pretty much, in my opinion, I don't use them as much, or personally I don't use them as much, but lately I've been trying to write down 1 page per thing. So one of them I'll use as a wish list, things I want to buy during the year. I'll do one of the books I read or books I want to read, and then I do one for finance, kind of like keep track of what I've been buying, sort of that things. And then I like to also keep one for like just ideas for YouTube, like random ideas with no rhyme or reason, and it'll just be like a draft for whatever months, you know, just overall. And then once you're done with your note pages, you get this important days of the year, just kind of like holidays that are probably official here in the US. And then you get your, how do you call this? I don't remember, like your telephone, I guess your telephone one. So you can write names of your contacts pages. That's what it is, your contacts. So you can write their name, maybe their address and their phone numbers. I do like to use this for addresses because we do send out holiday cards and like Easter cards every year to our family members. And then passing the contacts page, you get a bird's view of 2025, so the coming year. And then you also have some space to write down whatever you might for those months. And then you finish up the planner with some stickers, which also is one that I barely ever use. My stickers always remain unused. I can never commit to a sticker. I'm like, okay, if I use it, what if I'm gonna use it later and I just messed it up? I am weird like that. I want my planner to have the perfect stickers and I end up never using them. So you get a few pages of stickers, very cute. I think this year I'm gonna make it a point to use them. The only ones I use are going to be these little birthday celebration cakes. For whenever it's an important birthday, I'll put it down in the planner. But that's pretty much it. And at the very end, you get this little folder type to put away whatever you might need. And I got, what is this? This is the contacts little planner, which I also really like, especially to write down important birthdays and anniversaries. This also every year comes as part of your planner. It's just, you know, it comes with it. And then you finish up. This is the little folder thing, and then the very back of your planner. This is the regular way that the covers used to come, but now they changed it to what I showed you. And that's pretty much everything. It is very lovely. I don't see myself ever not buying an Erin Condren planner. I really like the design. I think I'm gonna be doing some tweaks around this year because I have seen some other planners that have like the water intake. So I'm gonna do that myself with like maybe some stickers or just like writing it down. And also some of the priorities, I think I'm gonna kind of like write that down per day. Like what are my priorities of the day? Which is something that other planners come with as just like a little design, and then you just write down whatever your priorities are. So those are the only things that I would change in the planner just as personal use. But that's very, very easy to just add as you go on your own day to day. That's gonna be everything. I think the only thing I missed is you always get this little extra whenever you buy a planner, and they are like, I don't know, like little note things to send to your family, and you also get some kind of discount whenever you purchase something else. But yeah, you get these little cards that I've never actually used. I have all of them from every single planner. And then here are your little discounts that you also get. And that's pretty much everything that comes in here. In the past, you used to also get, they didn't send it this year, like little gift stickers, like to from, which was pretty nice. I actually did use a few of those. But yeah, I think these are more like, I'm actually going to use them as bookmarks. I just realized, because I'm always looking for bookmarks, but I didn't have any. I just thought about that. I think I'm gonna poke a little hole in this and put a ribbon so I can use this as bookmarks, because they are pretty cute. But anyway, you guys, that's gonna be everything for today. I hope this wasn't too long, but probably it will be, as every single one of my videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!